What's up guys, today I wanted to talk about the differences between the Ring solar panel and the Ring super solar panel. Now before I get into the specifics, I just wanted to show you what they both come with inside the box. So they both come with the mounting bracket. The bigger one actually comes with the bigger version. The thing that you need to know about this is it can't do a 360 degrees motion, so you kind of have to mount it a certain way and then just take this up and down. But they both come with anchors and screws, Phillips screwdriver, and the drill bit. So now getting into the solar panels, I wanted to give you guys real world scenarios. So I bought these to work both with the stick-up cam. Now just to recap on the stick-up cam, this is a 1080p HD camera. It essentially is completely wireless, just like the People camera, except it can actually take a solar power connection in the back, or a power wire connection as well. So this is battery powered. It's actually the exact same battery as the People camera, and it connects wirelessly to your router. So this one in America costs $50 and this one is $100. This one can produce up to 2.4 watts of power, and the bigger one can produce up to 5 watts of power. But in a real world scenario, I basically got the stick-up cam and I pointed it to the street and I turned on all the motion settings, like on all the highest settings essentially, and it records just about non-stop. So it's recording every minute for like 30-second increments, and it's storing that online. What I learned is, so I first bought these as a set, so together it was $150, $100 for this, $50 for this. Because it's recording so frequently, the battery's going down like crazy. When I connect it to this, and it's during the day, and the sun is hitting this, and I live in Southern California, so it's pretty sun here most of the time, this guy's battery percentage is essentially not dropping. So this is essentially charging at the same rate as this is discharging. So what does that mean? If I start at 100% battery, this will keep it at 100%, if it's recording that frequently. But the problem is at night, this doesn't work obviously because there's no sun. So the battery goes down by a good amount, and in the morning this is at like 40% battery. It's charging at the same rate this is discharging, so by the end of the day that the sun is gone, this is still at 40%. Before the next morning, the battery dies because obviously this is not working again. And in the morning, this has trouble turning this on, because when it turns it on, once this guy starts recording, sometimes it works, sometimes the battery just dies. So it really has issues charging when it's recording that frequently. Now if I reduce the frequency of the recordings, it will be charging at a higher rate than this will be discharging, so the battery percentage will be going up. Now what's the magic number? If this is recording at every roughly 15 minutes, this guy will keep this guy charged. It will not die at night by the time it gets to the morning. If you need to record more frequently than every 15 minutes non-stop, meaning every 15 minutes whether it's day or night, you need this guy. Going back to the recording every minute, this guy can actually still charge this guy even though it's being recorded that frequently. The problem is this can only charge it up to about 25% in a day while this is recording that frequently. So as a scenario, if we start with day one, this is 100% charged. By the end of the day, until the sun goes down, this will be at 100% charge. But at night, before morning, this will be at around 40% charge. Now this guy will take that 40% and take it all the way up to 65%, because it will add an additional 25%. But the problem is the next night, this guy's at like 5% battery, so this guy takes it up to 30%. And then by the third night, this guy's dead before it gets to morning. So it dies at like, 3, 4 a.m., the battery's dead. And then in the morning, this, powers it on because the sun comes up, and this guy gets up to basically like around 25%. Now, when I reduce the motion frequency on that, if I turn it down a bit just so it starts recording every like 8 to 10 minutes or so, and when I say 8 to 10 minutes, it's just by pure coincidence because there's a lot of cars, but it's by pure coincidence. It records every 8 to 10 minutes or something when I look at the Ring Cloud, the Ring Protect. During that time, This guy has absolutely no problem taking this guy's battery to 100% throughout the day. So as long as it's sunny, and at night it's still at like 70% or 80% in the morning. Pretty much get to that infinity stage where this one will always keep this guy powered on. So I basically tested the extreme case. If you live in a place where there's not a lot of movement, especially at night there's not a lot of movement, and it needs to be recording every 15 minutes or less, then the smaller solar panel is fine for you, especially if you live in a sunny area. If you need more frequency, you're gonna need this guy, if you don't want to replace the battery every so often. But the problem is, if you need it every minute, like almost recording non-stop, even this guy's not enough. You essentially need to get a power plug. So one thing to keep in mind, the super solar panel, the bigger one, says only for the Spotlight Cam battery. That's not true. This one also works for the stick-up cam. I bought this at the beginning of March and it works fine for the stick-up cam. It's the same exact plug as the smaller one. But as always, if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. And I specifically wanted to thank all my current subscribers. Thank you guys for your support. And as always, if you guys have any questions or comments, please write them in the comment section below, and I'll be glad to get to them.
If I'm honest, I'm a little bit lost now, but somehow I don't wanna be anywhere else with anyone else.